Hey everyone! Are you a migraine sufferer? Did you know that some of your favorite foods could be migraine triggers? Today, we're diving into the delicious yet dangerous foods and a few other surprising migraine triggers. So grab a glass of water, trust me, it's migraine safe, and let's jump into it. You might be surprised at what makes the list. And yes, there are a few heartbreakers on this list. Number 1, cheese. All right, let's talk about cheese, that ooey gooey love of our lives. I mean, who doesn't love sinking their teeth into a cheesy pizza slice? It's the Italian gift to humanity. But for migraine sufferers, this cheesy love affair comes with a side of headaches. And it's not just pizza. How about that creamy, dreamy mac and cheese? The ultimate comfort food, right? But if migraines are a regular visitor, that blend of cheddar might not be the best friend you think it is. Cheese strikes again. And for my cheeseburger fans, oh, I feel your pain. This American icon layered with cheddar, American, or Swiss cheese is practically a national pastime. But if migraines are lurking, you might have to swipe left on this one. Then there's cheese fondue, melted cheese heaven. Dip some bread, a potato, or anything really. Unless migraines are tagging along, in which case maybe stick to the side salad. And finally, cheesecake, my personal favorite. This rich, creamy dessert is the perfect sweet ending. But for migraine sufferers, it's better to pick another flavor because this cheesecake can spark a not-so-sweet headache. Next up, number 2, chocolate. Chocolate lovers, brace yourselves. First on the list, chocolate truffles. These little bites of happiness are wrapped in cocoa powder or coated in even more chocolate. But if you're a migraine sufferer, truffles might come with a side of regret. Brownies? Oh yes, those dense fudgy bars are a chocolate-packed dream, often with chunks of chocolate or chips inside. But here's the deal. Too many bites and your head might just join the party with a migraine of its own. Chocolate ice cream? A classic. Creamy, cold, and full of cocoa, it's a chocoholic's dream. Unless you're prone to migraines, in which case, vanilla might be your new best friend. And let's not forget hot chocolate, the ultimate cozy drink. Topped with whipped cream and marshmallows, it's like a warm hug in a cup. But for migraine sufferers, that hug might be a little too tight. And of course, chocolate milkshake. Thick, creamy, and packed with chocolatey goodness. But if you've got migraines, this shake might shake things up in your head in all the wrong ways. Number 3, excessive coffee. Ah, coffee. The magic potion that fuels our mornings, late nights, and, well, pretty much every adult's ability to socialize. But for some, coffee is a double-edged sword. It perks them up, sure, but it also brings along a lovely little friend called migraine. Yes, folks, excessive caffeine can be a major migraine trigger. So if you're prone to head throbbers, that morning cup might be playing a sneaky little game of drink me if you dare. For some people, even small amounts of coffee can spark a migraine. Sometimes faster than they can say triple shot espresso. If that's you, maybe consider switching to decaf. Or, just smelling the coffee might be enough. And now number 4, red wine. Let's talk about red wine, aka headache in a glass for some. That beautiful red pour might seem like a romantic idea, but for migraine sufferers, it's more like a red flag. You see, red wine contains tannins and histamines, which can be as welcome to a migraine sufferer as a surprise visit from the in-laws. So, if you're planning a candlelit dinner, but migraines are a concern, maybe skip the wine. Otherwise, you might find that the buzz you're left with is all in your temples. But wait, there's more. Number 5. Alcoholic beverages in general can be a party pooper for migraine-prone folks. Whether it's beer, cocktails, or a glass of bubbly, the combination of dehydration, blood vessel dilation, and preservatives can send some heads spinning in the worst way. So to avoid waking up with a headache and a hangover, you might want to think twice before you go for that next round. Because with migraines, the party doesn't just end, it pounds on your skull all the way through the night. Number 6, and last but not least, let's talk about food additives. Those sneaky little guys hiding in everything from diet sodas to packaged snacks. Aspartame, MSG, these ingredients sound harmless enough, right? Wrong. For some people, they're like tiny headache ninjas ready to strike when you least expect it. Aspartame, the sugar substitute in diet drinks and sugar-free snacks, is a classic migraine villain. You take a sip, thinking you're making a healthier choice, but then bam, migraine city. And MSG? Often found in savory snacks, processed foods, and takeout. For some, MSG is less umami and more unwanted migraine. So if you're prone to migraines, these are the usual suspects to watch out for. Keep an eye on your drinks, check those ingredient labels, and remember, sometimes the best way to avoid a headache is just to say no to the little things we love, or at least to have them in small doses. Or hey, maybe you can use this as an excuse to get everyone else to drink the wine for you. After all, when it comes to migraines, it's all about outsmarting the triggers, and maybe sipping some plain old water instead. Other sneaky migraine triggers. So here's some good news. Not every migraine is triggered by food. Only about 30% of people with migraines think certain foods are the culprit. But don't put your guard down just yet, because migraines have many sneaky triggers waiting to crash your day. First off, let's talk about birth control pills, specifically those containing estrogen. Bad news, most commonly used birth control pills have it, and for some women, estrogen can turn up the migraine volume. So, if that's you, talk to your gynecologist about non-estrogen options or maybe other methods altogether. The goal here? Fewer migraines, not more. And here's one that many can relate to. Friday night migraines. Yep, you finally finished that stressful work week, kick back and boom. Migraines here to remind you that it doesn't take vacations. So the weekend wind down can actually be a trigger. Now this next one might surprise you. Some migraines happen after, well, let's just say, romantic time. Yep, right after that moment, migraine might knock on the door. Makes for a memorable night, but maybe not in the way you'd hoped, right? Travelers, you're not off the hook either. Flying, long road trips, even just being out of your routine, all can be big triggers. Combine travel with jet lag and dehydration, and you've practically invited a migraine to join your trip. Next time, maybe pack a pillow and some migraine meds. Strenuous exercise can be another trigger for some people. So if you're a gym goer and notice that big workouts leave you with a pounding head, consider mixing it up with gentler workouts. And then there's the lazy Sunday morning. We love a good lie-in, but for some people, oversleeping can be a guaranteed headache. So maybe skip the long snooze and stick to a consistent schedule, even on weekends. And let's not forget the classic, the hangover migraine. If you're prone to migraines, a heavy night out can leave you with much more than a typical hangover. But remember, only around 50% of people with migraines have these trigger factors. It's totally personal and can vary from one person to the next. So how do you figure out what's setting yours off? Well, one effective method is to keep a migraine diary. Track what you're eating, drinking, doing, and even feeling for at least a month. If something's a trigger, chances are a migraine will hit around 12 to 24 hours after. A diary can help you trace the pain back to the source, or at least narrow it down. So whether it's chocolate, an intense workout, or that Friday night chill, keeping track helps you outsmart your migraine and take back control. All right, migraine friends, that's our rundown of foods that could be stirring up trouble. I know, some of these are hard to let go of. Trust me, I feel your pain. But knowing what triggers your migraines is half the battle, and it doesn't mean you have to give up all your favorites. Just keep a migraine diary to identify specific triggers to avoid. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments. What's your biggest migraine trigger? And don't worry, we'll be back with more tips, tricks, and info to help you outsmart those migraines. See you in the next one. Headache-free, we hope.